There's a lot of uncertainty out here. You never know what's going to happen from one moment to the next. And if you're going to be out here all the time, you have to pay attention to every single driver around you. You don't want to all of a sudden hit your brake at a light because you were doing something else, and then a person behind you slams right into your vehicle. Your bed is going to end up, if you have a bed, I don't know what your setup would be, but your vehicle, if somebody hits your vehicle back there, then that's going to ruin everything back there. My bed, my whole situation. So not only do I have to pay attention in front of me and to my left and right, but I try to stay in the right lane so that you can only get me from the left. And I'm staring at you the whole time if you're coming up to pass me. And in front of me, I keep a bit of a distance. And behind me is, anytime I'm braking or about to brake, I'm looking behind me to make sure that I'm basically watching the person and preventing them from hitting me, because I'm worried more about that actually. I can control everything except for the person behind me. But if I pay attention all the time, then I can control what happens behind me too, saving me from some kind of disastrous situation where I'm getting out and going, why'd you hit me? I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just prevent him from hitting me or her from hitting me or whoever it is. So I'm looking everywhere all the time. And once I became in the habit of doing that, it's just natural. I don't even think about it. It's not even a job to do it anymore. And another reason that I have to stay in my mirrors is because I was truck driving for a while. In the last 20 years, I truck drove probably a little more than half of those years. And you have no center mirror to look back through your window. There is no window. Your bunk's back there. So since you can't look through your center, you always have to look to the left and right and to judge it and know everything about your length and who all's behind you at any given moment. So I'm able to close off my windows in the back because I don't need it. I don't need to look through the back window. I do it in a different way, in a much better way. So here I was in Walmart parking lot at night in Bayboro, North Carolina. Actually, I don't think it's Bayboro, it's something next to it. And I hear like footsteps, slow, strange footsteps, like dragging feet. And I got worried. And I get up and I'm looking around and, well, I don't get out of the car or nothing, but I'm looking around and stuff, and I lay back down, and I hear it again, and I realize it's a Walmart employee, and I was kind of worried. Then I decided, well, if they're dragging their feet, they're probably not some kind of parking lot superhero, so I'm good. And then I went back to sleep. But sometimes you're going to hear noises and stuff. It's going to make you wonder. That's Toomba, the Green Ranger. This is the back of my car. Right there's the bed. There's a chair that I can take out and just sit anywhere. That's the right side, and behind there is a -20 hoodie. That way I'll stay warm no matter what. And a little bit in front of that is a -20 pair of pants. Pretty important to have in any situation. This is coming up on the left side. In the door there was that window screen. You want those just to get some wind in without bugs getting in. That's the Yeti. There's food in there. That top bag is warm clothes. The one underneath it is cold clothes. And above all that, right there is my backpack for hiking. That's bear spray, sunscreen. There's other stuff in there. A lot of first aid. There's that other window screen in the door there. That's priceless. There we have a few covers on the side of the bed. That's for covering the window if it just is too bright. Down under there is the laundry bag. And you want a lot of room if you got a lot of laundry that's going to be dirty. Alright, this is the passenger side. Right there in the door is a safety vest in case I need it. And some bags. I use those as garbage bags and I put them around my shifter. Down there on the floor is a fishing bag. I use that as like a tool bag also, and a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. There's a water bottle there, that big blue one. In the seat there is a mesh shower bag. It has all my shower stuff and it gets wet, so you want it to be mesh so it'll dry quicker. And underneath it I just have writing stuff like notebooks and whatever. In the center there is a second water bottle. I got a lot of stuff going on in the center console there. All those wires and everything. You want a power plug. And you can do your wires any way you want, leading up to these two different camera setups. Driver's side door. Inside's a hand sanitizer, some gum, tools, rags, and in the door part there is a bouncy ball. I have Super Ball, a Moon Ball, and many bouncy balls, all different colors and stuff. Here's the driver's side. Underneath, there's a brush for winter snow. There's a brush to get rocks out from underneath there. And it's always nice to have a friend along. It always looks like somebody's sitting there, so if I'm sleeping in the back, you probably are going to think, who's that guy sitting there, and just leave me be. And there's a hat for my seat, so it looks like maybe somebody's sitting there too. I was thinking how the transitions from one place to another involve like showing drive time and cars moving on the freeway and stuff. So what I'm going to try and do is a little bit of that, some kind of momentary transition. That's my friend. So this is where I stayed last night. At the South Carolina Welcome Center. It was quiet. It was beautiful. Any chance you get, you should stay at a rest area. Bathrooms 24/7, and they're ideal parking. All you need to do is block out some light if light's getting in your windows. Now I'm heading to Florida, but first I'm going to stop at the Georgia Welcome Center. People are driving really fast today.